Hi.
Good, strong start.
This is going to be a two-parter that we didn't know, frankly, was going to be a two-parter. So right now we have part one of the top 13 horrifying horror movies involving kids doing terrible, terrible, terrible things.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Weird World Podcast. We're in, what do we call it? Halloween World.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's your term.
I know.
And a good one.
It is a great one. Hey, I'm Carrie, and I'm here. Guess who else is here?
Oh, yes. Hello. It's me. I'm back. Jack.
Jack with Lily on his lap.
And Lily. And I'm Dean.
And Dean is going to be creepy.
We are. Well,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I like that introduction, but we are, since this is, when we're uploading this, Halloween
Woo, woo.
2022, our final episode from Hollow Weird World. Today we thought you'd bring something scary, but something scary in movies.
Ooh, fun.
But even a little creepier, not just scary movies, without we define a little more. These are truly horrifying horror movies because they involve kids. Little kids doing pretty bad things. I wanted to stick to movies where actually they're not teenagers yet. So,
Oh, really?
Oh,
pretty young kids doing pretty nasty things is our theme here. We have the top 13 kids behaving badly horror movies.
perfect number.
13.
Yes, that was not unintentional. Indeed, I may have cheated a little
Fudged
bit to get that number, but we'll see. So let's start, though, with some honorable mentions first, real quick. Just ones that didn't make it for one reason or another. And most are kind of the same theme, which is maybe they're a bit old or maybe they didn't exactly have control.
You don't fit the criteria exactly.
Have you heard a movie called We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Unfortunately.
yes.
From 2011, Ezra Miller is doing things even worse than sexual harassment. And before he became the Flash, he was involved in a school shooting. It's actually not really a horror movie. It's more of a family drama kind of a thing. But it's but he's a little too young. He was a teenager. They were a little too young. They were a teenager.
Are you talking about the
Ezra.
actor, Ezra Miller?
Yeah, this is a while ago.
they.
They were a teen at the time. The Grudge from 2004.
Oh.
Toshio is pretty scary, the little ghost. But he doesn't really, I don't think, do terrible things himself, does he?
Well, I think terrorizing somebody.
Yeah.
He wails weirdly and he scares the shit out of people. So he's close. They were close. The Grudge didn't make it pretty close. Similarly was The Ring from 2002 or Ringu from 1998, the original Japanese movie. Samara is a little girl, but she just kind of sits around with long, stringy black hair looking creepy until the very end. Spoiler alert. By the way, there's going to be a shit ton of spoiler alerts. Just FYI.
Blanket spoiler alert. Yeah.
And when she crawls out of the videotape and kills someone. But before
terrible,
that, she's not doing it.
Didn't she crawl out of a well or something?
Out of a well and then out of the TV.
At the end, she crawls out of the TV, right? That's just the end, right? Yeah. So she's not
of the video.
She's not doing it until the very, very end. So that didn't make the cut either.
Similarly
to the Ezra Miller movie, there's a movie called Better Watch Out from 2016.
Never heard of it.
It's a psychopath named Luke, but he's also a teenager, so I didn't include it. There was a movie called The Children from 2008 that was about this one was really close. I probably should have put it in, but it was a bunch of killer kids that do horrible things driven by some kind of bacteria. I just couldn't include everything, though. It actually sounds like I've never seen it. Sounds like a pretty good movie. I couldn't do it all. Couldn't have them all in.
The Children. Okay.
Orphan from 2009.
Oh, yeah.
Why was that not in here?
Well,
because she's not 9. She's 37 or what the hell she is. So
yeah,
she's not really a kid.
Scary.
But she's very, very creepy, yes. Chucky from 1988's Child Play.
Yeah.
That's not here because he's a doll, not an actual child, so no.
Yeah. And the actual killer is like an adult.
Yes.
Roy or Ray or whatever his name is.
I don't remember. It's been a long time. I think I saw that movie when it came out.
I remember seeing it.
We did.
1988.
Well,
oh, no, I saw it years later.
I remember you might have seen it with me and Aaron.
Probably, yeah.
Really? Quality parenting there, Carrie.
Hey, we're old enough. Bitch, you're the one who showed us The Grudge when I was 6.
It's a good movie. I wanted to see it. You guys hadn't been in the room.
Yep.
Spider Baby from 1967.
Spider Baby.
A weird-ass movie in which the kids doing bad, terrible things like murder and rape are not... they're at least in their teens. They've got to be. They're acting very child. They have this weird syndrome that makes them like devolve when they get into their teens. They actually mentally and psychologically devolve, and they become more and more childish, but also more and more violent. And so they're not really. They're a little bit old. I don't know. I never read how old they are, but look at the actors, and they look. I mean, honestly, they may be 20.
Yeah,
but. They're not. They're clearly not little kids. It was kind of it was a really low budget B movie that predated Grindhouse cinema, but
what year was it from?
1967.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Spider Baby, the lead character, for lack of a better term, she eats spiders. That's why she's called Spider Baby.
Oh, cool.
And they do terrible, terrible things. They kill some people.
Spider Baby.
The famous song
By Eartha Kitt. Yes.
Last honorable mention goes to Firestarter.
Oh,
Very young Drew
okay,
Barrymore,
yeah.
but I don't think Shirley meant to burn things. She wasn't really evil, was she? I don't
Well,
remember.
I've never
Firestarter
seen that.
well.
no, she wasn't evil,
She just started fires.
but I think
when
that's beside the point.
But she didn't really mean it. I'm
Yeah.
giving Drew the benefit of the doubt. I didn't
Same.
include that.
She had a rough childhood.
She did, Carrie. Come on. Give
Yeah.
her a break. Give her a break.
I want to bring up an honorable mention because
Well,
it was
What if it's
If
on
it's
the
on my
list?
list, you probably shouldn't
from
do
my
that.
childhood.
Okay, again, I want to stress.
He's a teenager.
Okay.
So
What is
why
it? Okay.
Bad Ronald?
Bad Ronald, no.
1974
1974.
film
LOL.
Really?
with a 14-year-old Jodie Foster. Remember? Yeah.
After School Special? I never heard of it. Is it
wa-
a feature?
No, ABC.
Really? So
Yeah.
it wasn't After School Special. I was being facetious.
Well, no, it was shown at nighttime because
Oh,
it
okay.
was about a murderous teenager named Ronald.
Bad Ronald.
Yeah.
Today, that would be an After School Special.
I remember this movie
Ronald Reagan.
from back in the day, and he killed a girl, and so he lived like in an old Victorian house with his mom, and in order to shield him from getting caught, she like walled up a bathroom.
Ooh.
I don't know how she did it, if she wallpapered over it or whatever, and would bring him his meals and stuff. So it was like he was gone, and then she died, and he was
Oh, that's not good.
Stuck.
he could get out, but then a family moved into the house, and Bad Ronald is living in the walls.
Ooh, that's not good. Did they
Yeah.
feed him fish heads? Did he kill him?
They didn't know he was there.
Okay. They still could have fed him fish heads. That's the least they could do.
Well.
I feel like.
No, he could get out and
Do
get
terrible
whatever
things.
he wanted out of the fridge.
Oh God, that's happened.
So
in
that
real
was
life.
inspired by the Denver
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man episode.
So anyway,
Good one, Kara. Thank you for that addition. That's a good
Thank
honorable
you.
mention. All right. I didn't come across that.
I don't have any to add. Sorry.
Our last major honorable mention will go to something very similar to, or at least there's a good segue from Carrie's Bad Ronald, and that is a movie called The Little Girl Who Lived Down the Lane from
Yeah.
1976. Rin Jacobs, played by,
Jodie Foster.
she's new to this little Maine seaside town. She's alone on her birthday when the landlady's adult son pops over, played by Martin Sheen, in
Yeah.
a very
What?
creepy turn.
Very creepy Martin
She
Sheen.
visits her
weird.
and he tries to molest her.
I don't like that.
But she's always alone, right? So everybody wants to know, where's your
Why?
dad? And
Yeah.
she says, oh, my dad's, he's a poet. He's from England. They're from England. They moved to the United States very recently. And so she says, I think he's supposed to be in New York talking to a publisher or something like that. Because, poets make enough money to actually live.
Sure.
And in this world, in this alternate reality. And so, but everybody wants to know what's going on, what happened to her dad, especially the landlady who gets kind of nosy. The landlady starts sniffing around and she goes into the basement. She sees something scary in there. And as she's rushing out of the basement, it's like a trap door, like in the den or something like that. It's in the house. The trap door is in the house as she accesses the basement. And the basement door actually falls on her head and kills her.
That'll do it.
So
Yeah.
Rin is pretty freaked out. So we find out, though, that Rin's mother was abusive. So her dad actually fled with her, I think from England, I don't remember, to Maine, but he was terminally ill. So after he got her set up, this house, I guess, I don't know if he gave her money or whatever he had, he then went out to the ocean and killed himself, timing it appropriately so his body would be taken out to sea by the tide so she could not, she can just pretend her dad is alive, always never around when anybody comes by, and live a happy life free from her abusive mother. Bad mommy, however, does find Rin. So Rin goes into the kitchen where her dad had left her a little bit of powder in a container. He told her it was something that if her mom ever found her, she should give this to her mom as a sedative, just to calm her down and relax her, or maybe make her fall asleep so she could escape. No, it's potassium cyanide, and I'm pretty sure Rin knew exactly what it was and what it was going to do. So she poisons her mom and kills her. She meets a village boy. Actually, she's already met him. He's really nice to her, and they're getting along. I think they're making out and stuff like that. I don't remember. And the village boy helps her bury the two bodies.
Well, that's nice of him.
Then the town cop comes over and just like, I want to see your father. This is bullshit. Show me your father. So the village boy, I think on the spur of the moment, the village boy
Show me your father.
disguises himself as an older man and pretends to be her father to ward off that cop. That cop, though, is his uncle.
Oh, my God.
But it works.
Who's fooled
Who's an
by
idiot.
his nephew.
In Groucho Marx glasses.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Do we know the actor who plays the kid?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
I also remember this movie.
Really?
It's the same era as Bad Ronald.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mid-70s.
Bad Ron.
Yep.
Yeah, 76. This one was 76.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the nice boy gets sick. The neighbor boy that she's got to get a relationship with, he's hospitalized. That night then, Jodie Foster's asleep. All of a sudden she hears this noise since she goes out and the trap door is slowly opening. And then some person like in a cape and a disguise comes out and it's, ta-da, Martin Sheen as the evil guy, the evil landlady's son. And he knows what she's done. I don't know if he found the body or not. I don't remember her mom's body. But he's okay with that because they're going to own this house now. And
they can be
guess
together.
What? Yes. He basically blackmails Rin into agreeing to a sexual relationship. It's very subtle in the movie, but it's pretty obvious what he has in mind.
Yeah.
And she sort of pretends to sort of accept it. He says something about wanting some tea, so she goes in to make some nice tea.
Oh.
She puts a little powder in
A little sugar.
her cup. She's thinking one step ahead. She's next level. She's playing four-dimensional chess.
She's a brilliant child
She is.
murderer.
She takes it in there. Martin Sheen is like, he's like, taking his cup and he puts it out and goes, okay, let's have that tea now. And then grabs her cup, starts drinking. He goes, you know why I got your cup? And she goes, no, why? I said, blah, 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 whatever. He drinks and he tells her, so we're going to have a nice life together. Da, 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 da. All of a sudden he starts coughing, which I don't think they really looked up how cyanide works, but he just starts coughing. I know it. And the camera kind of pulls away as Martin Sheen off screen now coughs and coughs and coughs and just focuses on Jodie Foster placidly drinking her tea as he dies.
Correct.
The end. The reason that's the last honorable mention, not on the top list, is why.
She's a teenager.
Barely. It was so close. That day that opens up with her on her birthday, celebrating her birthday alone, 13th birthday. Had to leave it out.
But then
Sorry,
you
Jodie.
told us the whole movie.
I did, because I had already written that before I remembered.
That's number 14.
No. We have 13, I swear to God. So here we go. Number 1, or actually really number 15. I have them numbered because I could not figure out how to renumber backwards. So until we get to 14 and 15, which are actually 2 and 1, I'm in the middle. I might get a little confused how to do the math. So
I think you already are.
number
Yeah.
13.
Because that doesn't make sense.
What? Well, I'm
You
going.
went
I'm
from-
going backwards. I'm going backwards.
Okay,
So
so
number-
just go.
Number 13 is Village of the Damned,
Heard
of it.
1960. Have you?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a classic. It's black
Has
and
it
white.
been remade?
It has been remade multiple
Okay.
times.
Yeah.
Mm.
The original one, the best one, is from 1960, black and white British classic. Starts out in the little town of Midwich, where all of the adults suddenly fall asleep. And it's kind of a big thing. Everybody knows about it because I guess even a plane flying over this area, the pilot fell asleep and and the plane crashed. So people know about it. But they wake up eventually, and about 2 months later, all of the village women, some of them even virgins, are pregnant.
Ooh.
Happens.
They didn't give birth to. I think they all give birth on the same day, a la the Umbrella Academy, and those kids become these kind of platinum blonde with weird eyes, and they act like they're in a hive. So they're very weird from the very, very beginning. So there's something wrong with these kids, clearly. The lead kid is named David. He's the worst of them. Even as a baby, David used his telekinetic powers or his telepathic powers to make his mom, pregnant with him, stick her hand in boiling water.
What? Why?
Why?
So because he's evil as a fetus.
Huh.
Because they're damned.
See,
Not much older, he
Pro-choice.
makes a man drive. What?
this is why you'd be pro-choice.
Because of the Village of the
Just
Damned.
saying.
So a man drives his car into a wall, and I guess it was witnessed, and they can see the kids. I don't know, yeah, exactly, up to no good when this happens. So suspicion starts to fall on the kids, like maybe the kids. And there has been a series of mishaps and unexplained deaths in the last few years. The kids are now, I don't know, it doesn't say how they are. They've got to be, I don't know, maybe they're 10. They're not that old.
How many kids are there?
There's several. I'm not going to answer because I don't remember, but
Okay.
a few. A handful
Enough.
of kids, yeah.
To cause mayhem and havoc.
A gaggle.
A gaggle of kids. I don't know if there's that many, depending on how you define gaggle. So the villagers...
7 or more.
Okay. No, I don't know, actually.
Made that up.
The villagers realize that they're evil and, or at least start to be very suspicious. So the brother of the guy who drove his car into the wall, he goes to them with his suspicions, and they make him shoot himself in the head.
Wow.
Not good. Bad planning. He didn't think that through. Since if they could make his brother crash into a wall, he probably shouldn't have had a gun.
Yeah. You never tell the bad guys you're onto them.
No, that's a horrible idea. They should have, I mean, they would all walk around as a group looking really freaky. It's just, there's no reason to not have thought they were up to no good long before the movie starts. So long before they were suspected. A little bit weird. It turns out there were other affected towns. This happened, I guess, around the world at various places at the same time. This kind of event, a similar event happened where everybody got pregnant, they had kids, and the kids are weird, right? And so the British government says, we've got to do something. Let's blow up these kids.
Whoa.
Now, don't judge, because just recently, before that took place, the Russian government, the Soviet government, had nuked the village that had the kids where their event happened.
That's overkill.
Yeah, well, so the British government's showing some restraint. I think we should.
Sure sounds like both of those governments. Let's just bomb it.
There's the kind of the lead actor is George Sanders, and he plays a guy named something Zellaby. Gordon. I think it's Gordon Zellaby. His son was one of the damned. I mean, it was his wife's,
Not really his, though.
Yeah, we don't know.
He probably didn't do that if...
It's never really explained the way the next one is. So he decides, I'm going to do this myself. So he takes a bomb into a room with all the kids, and he's going to blow them up. And when he's ready, he knows they have these telepathic powers, so he blanks his mind by thinking of a brick wall, and so they can't read his mind and force him to do things.
Is that how it works?
It is in this movie.
Sure. In 1960.
Think of a brick wall. So David, though, breaks through and starts destroying the buildings, crumbling down.
Crumble.
But I think Gordon purposely detonates the bomb, killing him, but also all the kids. He has sacrificed himself to save the world from who knows what was going to happen.
A hero.
Yeah, he's damn right he's a hero. So those kids are pretty evil.
They are. I don't like those kids.
Very similar, number 12, 1979's The Brood.
Never heard of it.
No, not many have. It did okay. I actually do remember this. I've heard of it. It is a little bit weird because it's not clear they're for sure kids in the strictest sense of human children, but they are for sure evil. And I'm going to give it to them.
Sure.
I'm allowing the kids to be like demons and shit like that. Just so you know.
Of course.
These are not
They
that.
look like kids.
Yeah.
Well, these are weird because
What?
I mean, anything can be evil in the hands of director David Cronenberg. Am I right, people?
That's true.
The
Even a
great
little
director.
cow fetus.
So he makes these kids weird. Yeah. No, you're thinking of David Lynch.
Thank you. Yes, I am.
Yeah, this is different. Like the kids in The Village of the Damned, the brood kids are the spawn of something kind of external. You know, they're caused by something. In this case, though, they're made by this psychotherapy technique called psychoplasmics.
Oh.
And it was used, this guy named Raglan developed it, and it actually kind of changed the physical nature, I guess the brain of his clients who are going through this procedure for psychological issues they're having. But in this case, though, it produced the brood. It produced these kid-like creatures. The kids are kind of asexual. They're colorblind. They're toothless. They're very pale again. And they also have no navel because, you know, they're not this normal from a womb kind of kids.
No umbilical cord.
And they also are psychopathically murderous at the behest of their queen bee, whose name is Nola. Nola was a former patient. She was a patient during this. She may have actually spawned all of them, I think. We'll talk about that in a second. But she was very, very psychologically disturbed. She had a really abusive mom and a bad childhood. The children kill... They do a lot of bad things, right? One of the things, they kill Nola's mother-in-law. It's a hard time to keep the character straight in this thing. There's a lot of people coming in and out. But their mother-in-law, so not Nola's mom, but her mother-in-law, she's protecting Nola's daughter. So Nola has a daughter already.
Correct.
And they kill the mother-in-law. They then kill the mother-in-law's ex-husband, who comes to take care of the daughter when his ex-wife dies. They then kill the daughter's teacher in her own goddamn classroom with kids present.
Oh, good Lord.
And they abduct the little girl. Take her away, right? The brood does.
Yeah.
They're weird looking. They're like dwarfs. They're like dwarf mutant. I'm not allowed to use that word, but they're not. They're kind of like that.
Okay.
The inventor, Raglan, of the process, he admits, this is my fault. I caused this. I didn't want to do that. See, he says that he explains to, I can't remember who, Nola somehow, quote, pathogenetically produced the brood while undergoing his treatment. So she's getting the treatment and somehow she pathogenetically, which I'm not sure is a word.
I don't know if that's
or
a word.
thing. And this created mutant kids, it's like an external womb. And they grow in this womb and then they pop out as a little baby brood creature. And then they grow up very quickly, I think.
That's how she could have so many at a time.
I think,
right?
yes, exactly.
Sure.
This created mutant kids as kind of a reflection of her suppressed anger from her own abusive childhood, is what he theorizes.
Okay.
So is that energy, that bad energy?
That's how that works.
I think so. It's
So
plasmatics.
wait, it wasn't her mother that tried to protect her daughter. It was her mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law,
right? Okay.
yes. Exactly. Raglan, meanwhile, tries to rescue the daughter. I think it's Christine, I want to say. I'm not positive.
Christine.
While Frank, the dad, the husband, who is, separated from Nola, he goes to Nola and like, hey, let's work this out. But he's really just trying to distract her.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. It's smart.
Yes.
Exactly. You don't say, hey, I'm here to distract you.
Yes.
You don't say, I'm going to get you. No.
Exactly.
You say, let's get back together, lady. Come on, man. Let me put on little Lizzo and we'll.
What the hell?
When Nola.
Lizzo, famously romantic music
Very
maker.
romantic music. Very romantic. Let me put on some Cardi B. All right.
Some of the songs.
She produces another creature from that external womb right there with him in the room. And then she
goodness.
starts licking it clean. Frank is unable to hide his disgust.
Well, yeah.
I would imagine.
She notices though, and she goes like, okay, you're lying. So what happened is she's happy, the brood is inactive. They're like asleep, I guess, apparently. So Raglan was going in there to get the daughter from the brood, and the brood are non-responsive because the husband is keeping her calm. She's no longer calm. So the brood wake up when Raglan is getting the daughter from them. And they kill him, Raglan, and then the brood, Candace, her name's Candace, the daughter. Mm-hmm. She escapes into a room, closes the door. They're trying to break down the door. And I don't know how, I haven't seen this in a long time. I think I've seen parts of it. Frank somehow, the husband somehow knows this, or maybe he's just, oh no, she knows she's on to me, what can I do?
I gotta go get Candace.
No, he's got to kill her.
Oh, kill Mama?
Yeah, so he starts strangling Nola out of desperation, and he's right. As soon as she's done, he strangles her out.
Yeah.
The brood all fall down. There's no more psychic connection. They're essentially dead.
He should have brought a bottle of wine with a sedative in it.
I hadn't thought about
That
that.
would
That's a
have
good
worked.
point. Yeah. You mean the sedative that Jodie Foster used?
No.
Okay.
No,
I know.
no.
Who played Nola?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know a lot of people playing these.
Millie
Okay.
Bobby Brown.
None of these people were major actors, I don't think.
Okay.
So Frank gets Candace. She's pretty fucked up, as you might imagine. Gets in the car. They start driving away, and we, the audience, see these little marks on her arm that we remember they resembled the first germination of the marks that were on Nola's body.
Uh-oh.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
It implies Candace is going to have the same condition. She's going to grow these babies somehow.
She's going to be the next brood mama.
She's going to be next.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Carrie was slow on the uptake.
Is your dad going to kill her? Well, how old is she?
She's not old. But Carrie, these are brood babies. They don't have to be. Don't go with like actual,
Sexual
Logic.
reproduction.
There we go. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no science.
Okay, now we're on to a movie I know you'll know about because it's one of the most famous movies ever with a
Oh, I know
terrible,
it.
terrible child.
I know it.
What is it?
The Exorcist.
Close. It's
The Omen.
from
Oh.
1976.
Spoilers for later.
Possibly. For those of you who don't know, The Omen does have one of the most evil kids in the history of movies.
Damien.
Damien, who is the
Thorne,
Antichrist. Gregory Peck plays his father. I think it's Lee Remick is the mom,
Gregory
I believe.
I believe so.
I think so.
Rest in peace.
He is in Rome where he is a diplomat. He's an American diplomat. He's in Rome there, and his child dies. And not quite childbirth, but right after. And he doesn't want to tell his wife. And some priest comes to him and says basically, hey, I can fix this. So they swap out an orphaned child, a baby that was just orphaned, and said, hey, here's your child. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying.
Yikes.
So he's going to pass it off on his wife as, no, our baby's fine. Here he is.
We have
This is
baby.
little Damien.
This
And
little Italian child is yours. Blonde, blue-eyed Lee Remick.
yes, that's true. Gregory Peck has brown hair. Damien has, to his credit, Damien has, brown hair. Maybe he's Northern Italian, Carrie. They get very,
I
very
know.
Germanic up there. Okay, so
I'm just saying I would know if a child wasn't mine.
of course you would, Carrie. Really, that's switch that birth has happened, Carrie. You don't know.
They do too know.
The parents don't know.
Yeah, they have feelings. Moms do.
All right. All right.
They have
Trust me.
feelings.
10 years
I've
later
researched
when they
it.
find out.
Whoa.
But so Lee Remick, the mom, she does, as Carrie says, senses something is wrong. Something's not quite right.
Moms always know.
She especially senses this when the infant baby tries to slash at her face. So
With what? A
some
knife?
hints. Some
Razor sharp baby
hints.
fingernails.
He's the Antichrist. Yeah, baby fingernails are nasty.
yes,
weapons.
they
you
are.
know.
It's like getting 1,000 paper cuts.
It's
Death
worse
by 1,000
when
paper
your
cuts?
2-year-old gouges a chunk of your eyeball out
Yeah.
with her sharp fingernail. So he starts doing some terrible things. For instance, when she's in a wheelchair, I can't remember why. I think from an injury he did probably. And he's like, she's on near a balcony and he's riding his tricycle around. He accidentally veers into her, knocks her over the balcony to fall to not her death, but to be injured. Below, his devil-worshipping nanny famously hangs herself in a swan dive during a soiree out. She does it for
Yeah.
him. One of the best lines in the history of movies.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
His mere presence at a zoo drives a bunch of baboons insane, and they attack a car just because
car?
baboons know. I mean, they know a devil.
Sure.
I mean, animals, they have
Yep.
the extra
Yep.
senses.
They have
know
baboon
things.
animal sense, exactly. Damien is also kind of willing to kill anyone that threatens his rise to becoming the upcoming Antichrist.
How so?
A priest is on to him. I guess he
The priest is on
he can't
to him.
go
Oh my God.
into a church. Okay, let me rephrase that. He can't go into a church. So this priest goes, okay, there's something wrong with this kid. And the priest warns Gregory Peck, hey, I think your kid is bad, right? So later on, the priest is looking up towards, like, there's an old building or something like that, and a pole falls down and famously impales him, like an iron pole, impales him right through him and sticks into the ground below. It's like another classic scene from this movie.
Seared into my memory.
This movie has some phenomenal physical scenes. There's some amazing visuals in here. The next most one amazing that was just shocking for 1976, believe you me, especially for a major movie with big actors. This wasn't a violent B movie at all.
Yeah, no.
And this next scene, there's a photographer, and he befriends Gregory Peck. They're kind of working together. He notices a bunch of odd shadows in pictures of Damien's victims who later died.
It's his real daddy.
And so, now, yes, I guess, but he noticed that, and so he tells Gregory Peck, so he's a threat also. So he's in the car, and he's driving behind a truck with big old plate glass windows. And so, there's a sudden stop from an accident or something like that ahead, and a plate glass window goes right back in the car and decapitates him. His head rolls over across the plate glass window in a scene that was just, honestly, it shocked America. America's like, oh, what the fuck? America shit itself collectively.
America.
It really did. It was a big, it was controversial that it even made it into the cut. He even has his goddamn new nanny, Mrs. Baylock, throw his mom out of a hospital window when she's on to him. I mean, she was hospitalized from her fall.
Right.
And so I guess I can't remember exactly what induced it, but she's kind of, knows he's bad. And so the nanny goes and tosses her out a window at the hospital.
Which is odd, because usually parents of evil children still want to protect those evil children in movies.
Well,
they do.
Damien's not taking any chances, Carrie. Okay.
He's going to
take care of anybody who might be a threat to him.
Well, that was the entire world.
Generally evil.
Well, not exactly the entire world, Carrie. I think that if the Antichrist ran and he said the same things that Donald Trump said, I think there'd be a major, major core support for him in today's Republican Party. I have no doubt whatsoever. He can say, I am the Antichrist. Yeah. Donald Trump can tomorrow say, I am the Antichrist, and he had maintained the vast majority of his support. Not kidding. So, Gregory Peck
might lose a couple.
Very few. Gregory Peck had earlier been introduced to an Antichrist expert. Seriously, that is how he is described in things I read. And he tells Gregory Peck that, okay, listen, if he really is the Antichrist, your son, Damien, you're going to find a 666 on him somewhere. It'll be like a birthmark. Okay? So go home, look for it. If you find it, here are 7 knives, and you need to stab him with these knives. Or these, I don't know if he has to stab all of them.
I remember this part of the movie.
And he gives him these special knives, right? So Gregory Peck goes on with his special knives, and Damien's sleeping, and he goes and he checks him out, and he pulls back his hairline, and he sees a little 666. So he knows my kid is the Antichrist. I got to do what I got to do. But you got to do it on like hallowed ground or consecrated ground or something like that.
Yeah.
So he grabs him and takes him out screaming into the car and drives to a cathedral where he's going to rid the world of this great evil. Sadly, however, as he's got him, hold him down on a big altar slab or something, and going to stab him. A cop shows up, says, "Stop! I'll shoot!" But he starts to stab him, and the cop shoots Gregory Peck and kills him.
Biblical.
Yikes.
It is very biblical. We cut to the funeral for Damien's parents, both dead. He is now an orphan. Where's Damien? Holding the hand of the First Lady, standing next to the President of the United States. Very good friends with Gregory Peck. The President and the First Lady are going to take care of this poor lost child that they don't know is the Antichrist. It then ends with one of the also phenomenal visuals from this movie where, the camera just kind of goes to a mini close-up of Damien, and he just turns around and has this fiendish little smile at the camera, like, "Hey, this ain't over, folks." All right?
Oh no, he's just getting started.
It's a great sound.
Weren't there at least 3 Damien Omen?
There were, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was not over. There was more omens. Yes, but I mean, I guess this movie has to be here for kids behaving badly. But Damien is. I mean, his dad is a devil, and his mother, his real mother, was somehow a jackal. So that's confusing. They found in the grave of his mother back in Italy, they found the bones of a jackal, and then next to it, they found the bones of a baby. So, because Gregory Peck's kid did not really die accidentally, he was killed to make this all happen. So a special mention along the same lines here to a movie called Eli from 2019.
Hang on a second.
Yes.
I have a little tidbit
Tell
of
us.
trivia.
Tell us.
The actor who played Damien Thorne punched 2 cyclists in a road rage attack and was given a suspended sentence on Friday the 13th
Wow.
in January 2017.
Oh, I'd much rather it's 1978 and he was like 9. That would have been
I know.
much more interesting.
Oh,
Well,
funny.
Damien was possessed. Maybe, you know what?
Maybe he really was.
Someone should look into that.
Harvey Spencer Stevens was his name.
That's the kid's name? That's Damien?
Harvey.
Nice, Harvey. Harvey did not go on to a lot of more acting roles, did he?
I
He was
don't-
typecast
I don't
as the
think
child
so at all.
of demons. You know, there weren't that many roles like that, even in the 80s and 70s.
Okay, you can go on.
A special mention right now to Eli from 2019. If you don't want to know how, because this is a new movie, it's on Netflix right now. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but spoiler alert for the next minute or so. He's a little kid with this like autoimmune disease. So he's in a bubble. He's like a boy in a bubble.
Yeah.
And they go for a treatment in this like big old mansion that's, you know, hermetically sealed or something like that. And he's being treated, but it's making him worse. And he has a ghostly Max from Stranger Things is in it. Sadie Sink, and she's like talking to him outside, and he's inside, and you know, he's just this poor kid until the end. Everything goes bad at the very end, and it turns out it becomes kind of a mini Exorcist movie because it turns out he doesn't have any illness. His parents were just trying to make him not go outside so he wouldn't do bad things because he is the half son of the devil, which you naturally turn him into a boy in a bubble.
You can't be a half
that.
son of the devil.
Yes, you can.
Well, you're right. The son
It's
of
the
the devil.
son of the devil.
No, he's the son of the devil. What am I thinking?
Lily started growling.
Lily is the son of the daughter of the
Sensed
devil.
the
clearly.
devil's presence.
She might have. So he goes bad and he kills these nuns and all kinds of stuff like that. And Sadie Sink, it turns out, is his half sister.
Yeah.
She is also a child of Satan, and they make his mom drive him off to somewhere, like to see the big guy or something like that.
Well, his mom?
What?
His mom didn't die?
No, she didn't die. He let her live. He killed his dad. He and all the nurses who were actually nuns, it turns out, and trying to exorcise this demon and then try to kill him with a big iron knife. But he stops them, kills them, and goes off with his half sister, forcing his mom to drive him off. So it really was a good movie until the end. The end was embarrassing. I don't know. What? See this? I don't do this
11?
math.
No.
It's number 4. So what's 13? Is this 9? I don't know.
Just say next. Who cares?
Next, The Exorcist from 1973, of course. I won't go into a ton of detail on this. I will a little bit because I want to recount what she did. We covered this in a recent episode about Roland Doe, the Maryland teenager whose real-life demonic possession inspired this movie, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
This
Real life
inspired-
in quotation marks.
And some heavy quotes there. This would be higher on the list if it wasn't for 12-year-old Reagan was possessed by Pazuzu.
Yeah.
So is she really doing these terrible things? I don't know.
No,
Well-
she's not, but it's still.
I know.
well,
But you
yeah.
can't not have The Exorcist on a list of
Correct.
horror movies with kids doing terrible things. I still feel like Reagan could have done something a little more. She's in there somewhere. She should have fought a little harder. So I do blame her in part.
That's victim blaming. You shouldn't.
Yeah,
do that.
I know, but she shouldn't have been such a wimp. I just don't feel like she tried hard enough not to vomit in streams on priest faces, not to levitate, not to do terrible things again to crucifixes, not to turn her head all the way around, and not to verbally abuse priest.
She didn't do any of those things.
She did. I'm saying she could have helped. She could have helped stop it. That's all I'm saying. We'll just give a quick catalog of the terrible things that she did do, or Pazuzu did.
You just did.
She did more of this. She actually killed people. A lot of people forget that. She did. So the first one is
Oh, yeah.
the director of the movie. So her mom is doing a movie.
Willie.
Her mom is Chris, I believe, played by
Ellen Burstyn.
Ellen Burstyn. She's doing a movie. She's an actor. Her buddy is the director of that movie, and they're staying either his house or something like that. Big, beautiful house in the Washington, D.C. area. And he falls down some stairs
Yeah.
and
Lots of
is
stairs.
killed. And it's like, oh, it's an accident. But the body, the neck is twisted all the way around. So it was Reagan. Then Father Marin, he's the old priest.
Yeah.
So they need a new priest and a young priest, or an old priest and a young priest. Father Marin is found dead in the room when he's left alone with Reagan, but he kind of had a heart condition because they showed him taking nitroglycerin pills. So I don't know. Was it her fault? Was it Pazuzu? Maybe. But then the young priest, Father Karras, he comes in, finds dead Father Marin. He demands the demon leave Reagan and take him. Like, take me instead. And it does, surprisingly. So he immediately jumps out the window to his death, also not killing the demon, but I guess freeing Reagan of its possession.
Yeah.
The end. So she does cause some deaths, a few deaths. Mm-hmm. Reagan also, the worst crime that Reagan did was unnerving audiences for anyone who's seen the deleted scene where she crab walks down a flight of stairs, upside down, with her head first, with her head pointing, the crown of the head pointing down toward the stairs. Is a freaky scene. It's very frightening. It was so scary to test audiences that they actually deleted the scene for that reason. They deleted a scene in a horror movie that was too scary, which doesn't make any sense. It's like, I know it's a comedy, but that's too funny. We don't need to take that out. People will pee. So makes no sense because but it's a really good scene.
Same reaction.
Yeah.
Overall, then Reagan's not very good. But if we assume that Pazuzu is, how about we assume Pazuzu is like a young demon,
No.
and so we still have no. Okay, oh, sorry, I tried.
Literally ageless.
Number, I want to say 8, could be 7. I'm not sure. Case 39 from 2009. Never heard of it, have you?
Yes,
I feel like I
have.
have.
What? All right.
Bitch, you're
I
thinking of the
had
wrong
not.
ones.
10-year-old girl named ominously Lilith. Never a good sign.
Never a good sign.
She is rescued from a seemingly abusive family by a social worker and taken home with her. That's the basic premise. So it's a very kind thing to do, but it turns out it's very misplaced kindness. Renee Zellweger is that well-meaning social worker. Her name is Emily. She wants to protect this troubled girl. She thinks that it's like her grades are bad or something like that. So she thinks she's being abused at home by her parents. And so she gives her her phone number, or her private phone number. And then that night, Lilith calls her like, oh, my parents are coming in. They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. Come help me. So she gets her cop friend, played by Ian McShane, and they rush over there to the house, and they stop the parents from putting her into the oven to cook her alive. That's how they're going to take care of their problem here.
My goodness. Like she's a lobster.
Presumably an oversized oven. I'm not sure. I haven't seen this movie.
How old
that's
is
a
she
good
supposed to be?
She's 10.
Oh.
10 years old. So they're going to stuff in the oven. If you take out the racks,
Industrial oven.
maybe it's a big one. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think so. If you take out, this is a horrible, horrible conversation. But if you take out the racks, could you fit a 10-year-old into
Probably
an oven?
not. I don't think so.
At least not like one that's willing.
Unwilling, you mean?
Well, they'd
It's
probably
two
have-
adults. So
if they fold it up.
yeah, and hold
if
it
they,
closed, yeah. Anyway, they're stopped and they're sent to a psychiatric institution or something like that, right?
Or jail.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Lilith then begs Emily, Renee Zellweger, to take her home. Let us stay at her house. She's going to take her to, I don't know, foster care or something like that. But she says, no, I'll stay with you. And so Emily relents and she lets her.
Is that legal?
Let's pretend it is.
Sure.
For
It
the sake of the
happens in
movie, we
movies.
kind of have.
Yeah.
It
For
probably. I'm
movies.
sure it only happens in movies, but
Yes.
it happens in movies. It's like 2 weeks later or so. Another patient of Renee's Zellweger, of Emily's, murders. He's a boy. He murders his parents brutally in the middle of the night. And when the police look into it, it turns out the last phone call he received at that house was from Emily's house. Emily knows she didn't make that phone call. So she's a little suspicious of Lilith at this point. A little bit. She's not sure what that means exactly. So she takes Lilith to her friend, a psychologist played by Bradley
Christina Ricci.
Cooper.
Oh. I don't
Just
know.
throwing out a name here. Rory Calhoun. Bradley Cooper is a psychologist. He's called in, and during the session, she turns it around at him and starts basically making it about him and freaks him the fuck out.
Who, Lilith?
Lilith does that to Bradley
Yeah.
Cooper. Freaks him out, scares the shit out of him. He reports back that I don't like this kid and I'm not seeing her anymore. And in fact, I think she even... Oh, yeah, okay. So that night or later, I guess during the session, he admitted like his greatest fear was hornets. Specifically his hornets.
You know,
so,
if he's allergic.
I guess so. So during the night, he apparently hallucinates that there's hornets in his body and they start flying out of his orifices. And in his desperation and terror, he kills himself.
Oh, Lord.
So Lilith. Getting wise now, Emily goes to see the parents. She's not allowed to see the mother, but she is allowed to see the father. The dad tells her that Lilith is indeed not a little girl. She is a succubus. Or something like that. She feeds off of you. In this case, she feeds off your emotion. So you're very kind to her, Emily. So she's feeding positively off your emotion, but she'll drain you and leave you. And otherwise, she feeds off like fear and things like that. So that's why she freaks these people out and she makes them have hallucinations and she feeds off that. So no, she's not the half-devil son of Satan, but she is a pretty vile little demon thing that does bad things. And she then tells Emily, the dad. So the dad tells Emily, okay, so you're going to have to kill her, but you have to wait till she's asleep. You can only kill her when she's asleep. I don't know how that figures out the oven thing. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if she was sleeping when they tried to put her in their oven or what, but he says you got to get her to sleep, and she rarely goes to sleep because, she's a demon.
Yeah.
And
they don't need much sleep.
They don't. They're well known for surviving on like an hour or two a day. So somehow Lilith kind of gets wise to Renee Zellweger. Emily is on to her. So she, or that somehow she knows that Emily is on to her and is talking to the parents. Uh-huh. So in her prison, she makes the mom, Lilith somehow makes her mother, who's again in the psychiatric ward, hallucinate that she's burning alive. And she gets her dad to hallucinate. He goes, like another inmate talks to him, and Lilith makes the dad think it's like Lilith's voice. So the dad attacks the inmate, who the inmate then stabs the dad in the eyeball.
Oh, God.
So she makes, I don't know how she found out. I don't know exactly. But again, she's a demon. Let's excuse
demon
that.
powers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Demon powers.
Mm-hmm.
He then the cop is going to come over to help, and he's rushing to help Ian McShane, the cop, and he's got a shotgun to confront Lilith. And he's in his car driving over, and she makes him hallucinate that he's being attacked by dogs and trying to shoot one of the Rottweilers or whatever with the shotgun. He actually shoots himself and kills himself.
Oh, goodness.
With
I
that
don't know about
shotgun.
the logistics of that.
I'm not sure either.
Sure.
So there's only one thing left for Emily to do, and that's to pretend to drive Lilith to some safe place where she'll be okay and they live happily ever after. But instead, she starts doing this high-speed chase. She starts driving crazy and erratically at high speed and then heads right for a pier in a lake, and she flies right off that pier into the lake. No. She then struggles with Lilith and tries to, I guess she's, it's one of those trunks that's accessible if you pull the seat back, right?
Oh, yeah.
So she tries to get her behind the seat and then force the seat back to lock her in the trunk as the car is starting to sink into the lake. And I think she's able to lock it. And Emily, gets out and gets to the shore and turns around. And the car has sunk completely with Lilith inside it. Mm-hmm. So it worked. It's the end. There's no more Lilith. Or is there?
Yeah.
Yep. You see a little bitch.
No, it turns out there is. It's gone. She's dead. Not even air bubbles. She actually did. It actually did work. That's the ending of the movie. I mean, that's how you kill a demon, whether you're an old priest or a young priest or a mom or a social worker.
See now.
Yeah, but then she's going to go to prison for the rest of her life.
No, she's not, because she's fine. Now, that's how it ends. But turns out there was an alternate ending, and they filmed that alternate ending, so that it indicates they're pretty serious about it. In this other ending, some passerby rescues first Lilith and then Emily, pulls them both to shore, and the car submerges just like it did before, but there's no one in that this time. The police arrive because I guess they saw her driving erratically, and they arrest Emily.
Yeah.
And they handcuff her, and as she's screaming, "Where's Lilith? Where's Lilith?" She's awful. Lilith is being taken away by the police very kindly.
Yeah.
In this movie, it ends with Lilith being introduced to her new foster family.
Ding dong.
They did not go for that. They went for the kill Lilith.
The actual
Yeah.
final. I think that is a bit more subversive, actually. for
The,
the horror
absolutely.
movie genre.
No, I agree. I'm so tired of the little hint at the end that's not over. No shit, it's not over because we make more money with dumb sequels. So.
Yeah. But so this one, they left it open.
They did leave it. Well, no, she's dead. And I guess the demon could
Yeah.
be
Somewhat
Exactly.
open.
drown proof, I guess. Okay, that was part 1 of kids behaving badly. Next up, please listen to part 2. We have some classics still to come and our number 1 movie with scary, terrible kids.
You'll never guess what it is.
Nope.